Hey gang, it's Chris Angel coming at you, and thanks for the opportunity to spend some time with you today. I've been in the industry for 16 years. I got started at the age of 24 and sold for 6 years, ran a real estate company for 5 years, and have been coaching and consulting for 4.5 years in my own firm. And I think the biggest, what'll give you some backstory to today's presentation is that the difference I want to make in the world is that I see so many agents who are talented and brilliant, and they get into this business and they sort of wrestle with all the advice that they're given, and they, because their desire is so insatiable to get to their goal, that's how we're wired as entrepreneurs. We go out and we try to do all these things, and some of them don't quite feel right. For those of us that actually get traction in our business, at some point we can feel buried by the obligation of our business, or buried by the mountainous to-do list that we have, and what we end up doing is resenting our success, right? I used to hate the sound of my phone as an agent when I was selling. I couldn't stand it, and it would physically, I could physically feel my body react when my phone would ring. And it was funny because what I realized was I was building my business in a way that wasn't congruent with who I am. And I think that is a pretty prevalent problem in our industry. And so my entire message, the heart of my entire message in the last 4.5 years has been about helping agents build a business that feels congruent with who they are. And the reason I like farming is that it gives us a context in which to focus our efforts. We get to take all of our energy and all the things that we do in real estate and focus them into a geographic area. And I love that because it gives us some leverage that nothing else does. I always say this when I teach farming: if you took 50 listings all over the city in a year, for most agents, that would be a decent year. But who would know about you besides you and your broker? Who would know that you took 50 listings all over the city? Nobody. But if you took 50 listings in 1,000 home radius in a year, who would know? Everybody that lives in that farm would know, because day in and day out, they're driving in and out of their neighborhood and they see your signs all year long. So this is why I love farming, because without any extra effort, we get to create some leverage through visibility that other things just don't create for us. So I want to walk you through today some contrast between old farming and smart farming, and then sort of some principles about how to go about that. So see if I can engage my screen for you guys. Here we go. So these are the 3 parts I want to cover with you today. 3 reasons why old farming doesn't really work like it used to, and why it doesn't always feel good. Oops. I want to talk about 3 principles then of smart farming. Like, so what are the places we need to operate from? And then I want to give you 3 ways to help the smart farming feel more congruent to who you are. All right. I saw this quote just the other day in my Facebook feed. It said, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. And this is what I think our industry does. We go to conferences, we listen to panels, we read books, and we see how the rest of the world's doing it, and we go try to do it ourselves, and it doesn't quite feel right. And then what happens is we start to think, man, maybe I'm not doing this right, or maybe I'm stupid, or whatever. And I think the key to success and the key to you stepping into your genius is for you to have the ability to start to build a business and a brand around the things that you feel strong doing. And that's what I want to walk you through today, okay?